Holy cow, folks. This is Manny. Welcome to Manny CA. And today, we're gonna be doing a hull and a load that I have been wanting to try out for a while now. They've been out for a long time, a couple years, maybe 2016, 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that. We're looking at, bam! Remington American Clay and Field. These are their 1200 velocity feet per second, 1 1/8 ounce of number 8 goodness load. Touted as, let's see if we get a close up of that, reloadable. Holy cow. Look at this. Look at the back. Gotta look at the back. They've got their all brass STS primer. What? And it's got their Remington power pistol wad, which is kind of cool. And high hardness lead shot. What does that mean? High hardness? I love the marketing types. That's great, huh? It's just like down in those pharmaceutical companies that push all that money for doing the ads. They say may cause drowsiness, urine discoloration, anal leakage, may cause. These things are supposed to be the same hulls as these guys. Oh yeah, as their STSs and nitros they say. You know, we're not satisfied with leaving well enough alone. So what we did was went through and we cut one open. Boom! This is them right there. Look at that. One piece of extruded plastic with the brass washed steel. Now, they're saying that the only difference between the American clays and let's get this right. The American clays and the STSs is that the STSs have a metal sparkle in them. Look at that. If anything, that's kind of cool. I like how you can see the wad. Also shows how much powder migration goes on. Kind of want you to think about what kind of wad they're using. That you got so much powder migration. Look at that. But these hulls are indeed as thick as the STSs. Even Remington touts that these hulls are a clear version of the STSs and the nitros. And they say that they'll last longer than the STSs. And you guys saw on our prior videos just how long the STSs and nitros went. 10 plus. Wow. So when I heard about these guys, I was very, very excited. And that's hard for me to get excited when it comes to new hulls and stuff like that. You guys know that. We've been testing all these hulls for the benefit of the viewer, you, and for me. I'm selfish. I like to get these things and see what works. Remember, a lot of fear, disinformation on the internet, uncertainty, FUD. And we're here to cut through the FUD. We cut through the FUD like a hot knife through butter. Woo. Or a fat girl through a tres leches cake. But seriously, Remington also states that these guys are a mid-level entry shell from their gun clubs, which everybody goes nuts over. Funny, Remington says gun clubs were never made to be reloaded. They were a one and done shell, and they were surprised at how big they took off compared to their STSs, which were made, and their nitros, which were made to be reloaded over and over and over again. Basically, what you're looking at with an STS shell, boom, and the American clay shell, they're basically the same thing, same components, except, and this is where the butts will get you. American clay and fields are made with a steel rim with a brass wash compared to an all brass rim on the STS and the nitros, compared to the gun clubs right here, which have a, I think they said that was aluminum or zinc coated steel. Very popular. Another thing that sets these guys apart are their antimony content. In case you guys aren't aware, lead is soft. Dead lead is very soft and needs to be hardened with another metal called antimony. Now, antimony is added in various levels during the shot melting, smelting process, and they drop it. According to Remington, their gun clubs are made with 2% antimony. Their American Clay and Field are made with 4% antimony. And their STSs and nitros are made with 6% antimony. What does that mean? It means that the higher the antimony content, the harder the shot. The harder the shot, the less deformation you get going down the barrel. Because remember, when they're going down the barrel, they're jiving and shucking and pushing against each other and bouncing against the wall of the hull and the wall of the wad, and then the barrel if you don't have it correctly set up, and then it exits the bore. And the rounder that shot is, the better accuracy you're gonna get. So they said that the Clay and Field was a compromise load in between both. Now, a lot of hate online and at the field about these guys. A lot of hate. But it's like anything that's really gets released just to replace something that a lot of guys are happy with. They look at it like, uh-oh, my gun clubs are gonna go away. But they're not. Remington said they weren't. STSs were gonna go away. No, they weren't. And then there was that other information, a lot of FUD about STSs going to a steel rim, which they're not. Not that I know of. But remember, we're just normal people here. We don't have any insider information. We're average Joe. In fact, I was gonna call the channel Average Joe, but my name's not Joe. Just how many times can you reload these guys? That's what we're here to find out. I'm very excited. And I've got to be lying if I said that we weren't shooting these before, because we have. We've shot a lot of them. We've been shooting them at doves, bringing down birds like crazy. So, it's like I told you in one of our other videos, how to fit your wad to your hull. We cut one apart, as much as it broke my heart to do so. And look how thick. Look at the thickness. It looks like an STS that we cut apart. Holy cow. That is some value. Don't mind that. That was just that little thick spot right there. That's when I was cutting it with the knife. So, check this out. With your AA taper wad, it fits beautifully. Look, very tight. There is no slop in that whatsoever. This is going to be a great wad. And we're using a 1 ounce clone. Another thing we did, because we are very anal, as most of you guys who are watching this channel should be when it comes to your loading, or you don't have to. You make it as difficult or as simple as you want. We just find this stuff fascinating. We section 2 apart. Ooh. Gun club on top. Clay, Remington American Clay and Field on the bottom. And guess what? We mic'd them. They mic, here's our mic, they mic the same. If anything, the Remington Clays mic'd a little bit thicker by like 0.5 of an inch, if you can believe that. And what we did is we mic'd it up here, right below the crimp, and we mic'd it right above where it starts to get thick. You see that? Ooh, that's so cool. Remington American Clay and Field haters, who knows how long they're gonna last? I think they're pretty cool. I like the unibody construction. Look at that. That's cool. If you guys are at the store, you're gonna see that the gun clubs are the cheapest. I think about $5.99. $5.99 a box. Don't pay more than that for them. You can find them on sale cheaper than that. And the Clay and Fields were going for like $7.50 a box, $8 a box. What? And then the STSs are going for $8.99 a box or $9.99 a box, depending on where you go. Again, your low, middle, and your high end. But I tend to look at the American Clays as a compromise. You've got 4% antimony in here with the same wad as you're getting in here with an STS primer per the box, as here, where here is not so much. Okay, the primer they use in here is undisclosed, but it's probably just a generic primer, which doesn't really matter. So you're getting a decent deal. Are these worth the $7.50 a box? I don't think so. And for you hull snobs out there, yeah, okay, it's not totally brass. Who cares? You load this a couple times and then you pitch it. Same thing. That's what we're here for today. We're gonna see how many times can we load this guy up. You just saw our first shot. We have the Winchester 1400 doing heavy lifting today. Again, you 1400 haters, get your flip-flops on, go down to the mall and get your aromatherapy session early. Your girlfriend's counting on it. First shot. Whew. Let's get to work. This time we're going to be using our Cheddite primers. These are an older box, but they work very, very nicely. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our buddy Dave up in Washington sent us his homemade shot. Holy cow, is this stuff beautiful? Check out his channel, Thor's Axe. A lot of loading and shooting info that, as much as we would like to cover, we can't. We don't have any time. Uh-oh. Failure to feed? Not anymore. We've got our hull picker upper contraption. Because we're old and we feel it the next day. Second shot. First reload. They look good. They look dirty, but they look good. Did I fail to mention that we're using 24 grains of Clay's universals with 1 ounce a shot? Well, now you know. Load number 2, shot number 3. Load number 3, shot number 4. After the 4th shot, 3rd loading, there you go. They're getting dirty. But you're not going to catch them riding dirty. Shot number 5, load number 4. And we're getting some dirty, dirty mouths. I kind of figured that. The same thing happened with the Fiocchis. Remember that? If you haven't watched the Fiocchi videos, go back and look. We got a couple of them that are pretty telling. Uh-oh. And we got another failure to feed there. Maybe the gun's getting dirty. After that 5th shot, the primer pockets still fairly tight. Yeah, they'd be able to put in just a little bit, but we're still good. This is load number 6. Shot number 6, reload number 5. We're getting some kind of interesting looking, and I think that's from my crimper though. I got a new Zeit, one of those plastic crimpers that I put on here, universal plastic crimpers. It's supposed to automatically center itself on the skived on the holes already. Works pretty cool. Haha! Shot number 7, load number 6. And They're getting dirty. Load number 7, shot number 8. Shot number 9, reload number 8. They're crimping just as good as ever. These things are just busting. I mean, busting my expectations. This is going to be shot 10, load 9. Easily reachable. Oh, and they show no sign of giving up. Even the private pockets are still somewhat tight. Tight enough to use an autoloader at least. After shot number 10, look, even the case mouths are starting to get just a little frayed. But look at the inside. A little scorched, dirty. But you know what? They're dirty. They're a little loose. They're looking kind of haggard. Kind of remind me of my last girlfriend. Oh yeah, baby, primer pockets are still tight, which is all that matters. That and the crimp sole, remember, shot doesn't fall out. That was number 10. This is gonna be shot number 11. Load number 10. Oh, here's a quick tip. Here's a factory load. You see how I had a little hole right there in the middle? Yeah, see that hole right there? Well, if you're loading and you see that hole appear and you're using the correct components, the correct wad and the correct stack, what you want to do is take your pre-crimp and lower it just a little bit. Lower your pre-crimp. What I've been told, what I was trained, how I was trained, is you want to make the pre-crimp look as small as the diameter of a pencil lead. So you can just barely fit a pencil lead in there. Take it for what you will. This is going to be shot 12, load 11. And they look outstanding. After shot 12. Shot 12. 11 loads. Look at them. Oh. The mouths are just starting to... Oh, we got a little bit of a crack right here. See that? We got a crack right there. We got on the base of the crimp a little bit of just... I mean... They look like they're about to give way, but they're not. They're still going. The steel heads are still on there tight. That was another thing guys were complaining about, where the steel heads were like boop, popping right off after one shot. I know that that was happening back in the beginning when they first introduced them, but I think the factory kind of got wise to it and improved their QC. I'm telling you, they must have been Wednesday right before lunch QC right here, baby, or after lunch, depending on what the guy was eating, or girl. We don't want to be sexist. And upon number 13, look at that. Primer pockets are tight. Tight. Tight, tight, baby. And now the guy's remodeling homes? Talk about an entrepreneur. Load 12, shot 13. Just in case there's anybody still watching out there. Looks like we had a little bit of a setback. One of our folds has come undone. Kind of ripped apart, but the other guy is just a little bit raggedy, but they're still holding up beautiful. Despite the case burns, the primer pockets are still tight. Load 13, shot number 14. Whew. Now we're starting to get just a little bit of raggeding out there. See that? It's just a little bit of breaks in the crimp right here, but that's okay. Shot number 15, load number 14, and they're still going strong. I'm getting tired. Okay, that was number 15. 15. And we got one that looks like the primer pocket has opened up a little bit, but this one is still good. 15, 15, 15. Can you believe it? And look at them. They're blackened, they're beaten, and they're bowed. But they're not out yet. One more shot, because I'm getting tired. I think by 15, you guys get the point. This is gonna be number 16, 16th shot, 15th loading. 15 loadings. 15. This is shot number 16. Load number 15. That was shot number 16. Did you hear what I just said? 16! How dare they ride their motorcycle next to us when we're testing? Look at that. Oh, God. They gave it their all. Hull integrity, still there. No cracking. The case mouths are kind of fraying. Look at that right there. There, you can see what I'm talking about. But they're still reloadable. Look at that. They're still stiff. They've got a lot of dexterity to them still. Oh man, these things lived up to my expectations. I knew they were gonna be good when I first saw them and touched them. Oh man. I'm telling you, value, value, value. Find them on sale. Do not pay $7 or $8 a box for these, because something's going on. They're clearing them out. I guess this is a sleeper haul. A sleeper haul. If you could find them, stock up. Buy all you can, because if you could only have one haul to reload, these are the ones you want, because they're not they're not as expensive as STS, and they'll go the distance further than gun clubs. So how many times can you load Remington American Clay and Field? 16 plus. Come on. The hills are alive with the sound of shotgunners. Thanks to this shell and this haul. You guys go out and get you some, but don't overpay. You guys understand? We are under attack. Google, Facebook, YouTube hate Americana and nationalistic content. They do not want us waking up people and showing you how easy it is to load your own hulls and how much value you can get from it. You guys need to share the links. Go up to the top. Cut, paste those links, stick them in your emails to your friends, your buddies, like-minded patriots, Second Amendment advocates worldwide. Shooters from all over the world have contacted me. I've gotten emails from guys in Czechoslovakia who hunt. Kind of cool. Guys in Russia, it's kind of neat to see them. Guys loading ammo on their table using their bowls that they use to eat food with their lead shot. I commend you. We send you a shout out. You guys rock. Any questions, comments, concerns? Send them on down. Till next time.